Good morning, everyone. Today we are gonna see collaborative learning session based upon orthognathic surgeries. The learning objectives of today are there will be two questions, one long answer and one short answer. Long answer consists of various osteotomies of mandible, explain the indications and technique of bilateral sagittal split osteotomy of mandible. And the short answer is genioplasty. In the bilateral sagittal split osteotomy, the classification of mandibular surgeries are divided into four types: ramus osteotomy, body osteotomy, subapical, and genioplasty. In ramus, there are two broad headings: vertical ramus osteotomy and bilateral sagittal split. In vertical, there are two: extraoral and intraoral. The second is body. The third is subapical. In subapical, there is anterior, posterior, and total subapical osteotomy. In genioplasty, it is divided into five broad categories: horizontal osteotomy with anterior posterior reduction, double sliding osteotomy, vertical reduction, tenon technique, and alloplastic augmentation. The indications to do the orthognathic surgery of the mandible are when the mandible is prognathism, in mandibular retrognathism, if there are mandibular earth symmetry like mostly hypertrophy, and in open bite. The contraindications are when the mandibular walls of lateral and medial side are extremely thin, when there is severe ramus hypoplasia, and there are severe asymmetries which cannot be treated by these jaw procedures. The technique used for this is the incision. The incision is taken over the anterior aspect of the ramus, running down the mid-ramus over the external oblique ridge to the molar. The incision goes down to the buccal vestibule, and the soft tissue dissection is started subperiosteally along the anterior border, upward and towards the coronoid process. In this diagram, we can see the incision is carried from the external oblique ridge to the molar, and then this incision will be extended towards the buccal vestibule. Then the osteotomic cut is given. In this, the medial soft tissues are retracted, and the bone is cut through only the lingual cortex above the 2 mm of neurovascular bundle and posterior to the lingula. After the horizontal cut, the cut is carried down the lateral most aspect of the anterior border of the ascending part of the ramus. The osteotomic cut, we can see it is given posterior to the lingula, and it is given above 2 mm the neurovascular bundle. In this, there are two procedures. One is advancement of the mandible, and the second is setback. In advancement, the vertical cut is placed forward region in the premolar. The cut extends through the buccal cortical plate in the inferior border of mandible. Then the two osteotomies are inserted, and they are used as levers to separate the segments, and the spreaders can also be used. The bony interferences are checked, and the distal fragment is advanced and locked into occlusion. Then after this, the fixation is done by the intraosseous wiring, lax screws, or the bony plates. Here we can see the distal part is posteriorly advanced, and then the fixation is done. In setback, the vertical osteotomy cut is given lateral to the second molar. The distal fragment here is pushed back, and then there will be overlap of the proximal fragment, which is then the excess bone is cut off, and then the approximation is done. After the approximation, the fixation is done by the lax screws. Here we can see the excess bone is cut off, and then the occlusion is maintained, and then the fixation is done. Here we come to the second question of genioplasty. The definition is the genioplasty is a surgical technique used to alter the size, morphology, position, and the projection of the bony chin with concomitant changes in the surrounding soft tissues. The classification here is there are horizontal osteotomies with advancement or the anterior posterior reduction. Then there is tenon technique, double sliding horizontal osteotomy, vertical reduction or vertical augmentation technique, and the osteoplasty augmentation. In the sliding and reduction genioplasty, the sliding of genioplasty is done to reduce the horizontal angle, and the reduction genioplasty is done in the vertical and the horizontal angle. In vertical augmentation, it is indicated when the lower facial height is to be increased. Thank you for watching.
So coming to the SAQ of distraction osteogenesis, it is the means of stimulating spontaneous new bone production between vascular bone surfaces moved apart by gradual separation, that is distraction. The bone is fractured by a corticotomy and then fractured segments are separated from each other using a device which is called as distractor. The biology distraction osteogenesis is the technique wherein bones surrounding the deficient site are manipulated to spontaneously regenerate the required volume of native bone by stretching its healing capacity. So the indications of distraction osteogenesis are reconstruction of post-traumatic or post-resection segmental defects, maxillary hypoplasia, expansion of constricted palate. Advantages: avoid second site of surgery for bone harvest, can be used to lengthen as well as increase the breadth. Grafted bone can also be distracted by this procedure. Coming to the stages of distraction, there are 5 stages. First is osteotomy, then latency period, distraction period, consolidation period, and remodeling phase. In osteotomy, the bones are osteotomized first. Then in latency period, this period is for 0 to 14 days. Here, primary healing cascade takes place and the fibrous union is done. In distraction period, the osteotomized segments are moved apart at the rate of 1 millimeter per day till the desired length. Uh, this induces new cell formation and the distraction gap. The consolidation period, here between the distraction gap, calcification occurs. The device is held in place till the bone matures completely, and after this, the device is removed at the end of the stage, which is for 4 to 12 weeks. Coming to the remodeling phase, here the removal of a device, that is distractor, is done, which starts with full function muscle load followed by continuous shrinkage and remodeling. Coming to the next SAQ, that is Wasserman technique. It is an anterior segmental maxillary osteotomy. Incisions for this: vertical incision in the premolar region extending the nasal floor. The second is midline sagittal section incision along the hard palate. Osteotomies: bone cut made through tunneling approach under mucosa. Buccal right angle osteotomy with extraction of first premolar. Palatal transverse cut from first premolar, that is the transpalatal osteotomy. So here we can see the right angle osteotomy and here we can see the transpalatal osteotomy. Separation of the nasal septum and maxillary segment is done. In case of midline diastema, dentoalveolar segment split can be done. Thank you.